making sure I'm in the frame here. What I want to talk about within this video is how to film 4K video on a budget. Now this has been a pain point for me with a lot of subscribers and people that aren't subscribed. And it's understandable because 4K, when it first came out, was extremely expensive. And I did not embrace 4K as soon as it came out. I waited until it became semi-affordable. And what I want to do within this video is explain there's a lot of opinions that people have about 4K that aren't necessarily true. The number one thing is that I challenge you to watch a 4K video on a 4K smart TV and then watch that same video on the same TV in 1080p, and you'll likely notice a drastic difference. It's not all marketing jazz. A lot of people felt that 4K was, oh man, you know, you're creating this content, it's never going to become adopted, it's not any better in 1080p, you can't see the difference unless you've got a massive TV. I've got a 55-inch LG smart TV that's 4K Ultra HD, and it's a huge difference. And that's not that huge of a TV, it's 55 inches. Sure, it's not a tiny TV, but you know, the quality's good. So there's a few tips for filming 4K on a budget. Now this video, if you're watching this in 4K, it's very high quality. That's because I'm using a Sony Alpha camera, very high-end 4K camera. Well, for a consumer 4K camera, we're not talking about the Hollywood style stuff that gets crazy like the Reds and those types of cameras. But yeah, this camera I feel is really good quality. Check the link within this video's description and you can find where to order this camera, the lenses, and the accessories that I use with it. And I'm just checking my viewfinder. I don't have a viewfinder on this camera. Obviously I'm out in the field, I'm out in the wilderness in Appalachia. I wanted to take a break. I'm going to the big city, going to New York, and going to be doing some filming in the YouTube space up there. So I want to make sure I enjoy nature and all that before I get out in the concrete jungle and have to deal with the crowds and that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, 4K on a budget, the best thing in my advice, from my opinion, to do is check the link within this video's description. You can find all the cameras I use. Ask yourself, are you going to be shooting, are you going to be filming video only with that camera? If so, you may want to go camcorder route. It may be less expensive. But if you're going to do stills and video, it may be advantageous to spend a little bit more and get something like this camera that I'm using here, the Sony Alpha. And there's a couple of Sony Alphas that I use, and you can find both of them within this video's description. One of them is full frame, the other one is not full frame. Not that full frame is a deal breaker, but it can add some value from a video perspective that the Super 35 may not. And then also, people often assume that to edit 4K, you've got to have a 4K computer like an iMac with Retina 5K display like I use. That's not true. To watch the video, once it's been edited and exported, you can find my 4K video editing workflow within this video's description too. But once I edit the video, I export it in 4K Ultra HD, then I can view it on my smart TV, my 4K smart TV in 4K Ultra HD. I can view it on my iMac with Retina 5K display in 4K Ultra HD. Any other device that I may obtain in the future, I could watch it in 4K. But to edit the video, I don't have to use the iMac with Retina 5K display. Often when I'm in the field, I use just my entry level, and again, check the link within this video's description, you can find it there, my entry level MacBook Pro that doesn't have a 4K display. But even though it doesn't have a 4K display, I'm editing 4K video, and when I view that video later, once it's published to YouTube, and I'm watching it from a 4K smart TV or a 4K monitor, at that point, I'm able to view it in 4K Ultra HD. So don't assume that to edit 4K that you've got to have a 4K monitor, because you don't. Now granted, if you don't have a 4K monitor, once you export that video, you're not going to really be able to nitpick at the quality like you would if after you exported you were able to watch it in true 4K, because you're going to be watching it at a downgraded resolution, which is not optimal for professional video people. I don't consider myself to be a professional video snob, but I respect people that are and are looking at every little pixel within that video, and if they don't see it when they're in the studio before it goes live, they're really upset that it's not 100% perfect. I want it to be as perfect as it can be, but my thing is I would rather have content out there that's quality than to sit around and nitpick at one video when I could have multiple videos out entertaining an audience. I'm about entertainment. I do like quality, but I like entertainment value more than I do production quality. But I'm improving my production quality, and actually I'm taking training lessons from a master photographer. That's right, a master photographer. So my days of trying to do the magic with with auto mode, those aren't going to be that much longer. I mean, I'll be able to move into manual mode and really start to make this content here on the IRIX Guys Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IRIX Guy, really rock and roll. So I hope this video is of value. Again, check the link within this video's description. I posted all my equipment there, from the editing equipment to the cameras to the lenses. But if you need anything else, shoot me a message by way of my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/IRIX Guy. You can also contact me by way of my website, irixguy.com, or you can go to celebrityontheside.com, one of my other websites where I've got a plethora of knowledge for YouTube video content creators. So, I mean, I've got a ton of stuff, lessons that I've learned, I share with the world. Why not? You know, why keep all that knowledge to yourself? But if you need anything else, you know, shoot me a message, and I'll do my best to respond. I do have a lot of people email me, which I appreciate, and I try to respond personally to everybody. So it may take me, you know, it may be somewhat immediate. It may take me a few days. I'm a busy dude, running a lot of projects. You know, it's not just video all the time. But thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. youtube.com/IRIX Guy. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IRIX Guy here. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm an independent channel, and it's viewers like you that help me to continue to grow. I appreciate your viewership, and y'all have a good day.